Hey y'all, welcome back to another cup of conversation.
Where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your host Coco.
And I'm your host T. And today we're going to be discussing biracial relationships, interracial families, and what that does to the black culture. What that's doing to us. And
yes.
as y'all can see, it's just me and my girl today for a solo episode. You know what I mean? Hey. No, we like doing this. We like sitting on these couches by ourselves. Sometimes people don't get our real perspectives, but we be letting our guests speak. We let our guests do their thing when they come, because we have them here for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We
want to hear their expertise. So y'all do get to hear us, every now and then, and these are one of those times. So, how you feeling? How you dealing? What you got going on?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like, I don't have anything to complain about. I don't have anything to take notice to right now. I'm trying to even remember what's going on in my life, because my life is starting to get back busy now.
Right.
In a good way. So I really don't have anything. I'm trying to even think what's going on.
That's good. That's good that you can't really fathom an issue. It's not even that it gotta be an issue. It's just I
am still game planning on my exit from my job.
Same.
So I'm like, I didn't got it. I haven't even been working a whole full month yet. Well, it made a month on the 8th, I think. And I'm already like,
We done got our whiteboards, put them up in our house. We writing down our plans.
Yes.
Operation,
figure it out.
Yes.
I wake up in the morning and I tell Carrie every morning when I get with, please be rich by the time I get off. Please.
Amen.
Just rich.
Amen.
I don't even want to
I just have to speak that out loud.
Yeah,
Amen.
just please. By the time I get off work, can you already be rich?
No, for real. Because them 8 hours, I'm telling people, I used to try to tell you now. I don't want to hit you with an I told you.
I know.
But I used to try to tell you,
I didn't know those 8 hours.
Them 8 hours is long.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they necessary.
Yeah, really
we could do 6.
We can do 4.
We could do 4.
We could do 4. 4 is a lot of time, because really.
And if you're really working, getting it done,
we can do
it don't take 6.
We can do. I would even be okay with y'all not feeding my child.
You know what I'm saying?
No lunch. Eat at home.
Let's go.
Leave at 1. Eat at home. Eat
Please.
lunch at home.
Me too.
You
ain't gotta feed me. Don't worry about me. Ain't no.
Look.
I didn't work for 3-4 hours. That's all right.
That's it.
I'm a snack and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get up out of here. I need to work. You don't need to give me a break every 3 hours or nothing.
The kids don't even eat at 11 o'clock when they're at home. They still be asleep. They can go without.
So that it ain't necessary.
But I just found this out. So how I'm dealing with all of that, wanting to be off, is every morning me and Mama both, we say God, we're not complaining, because it was a time where things were slow and we was like, if I could just have
a job,
if I could just get something, a drop of water, you know what I'm saying? And so we don't never want God to feel like we are complaining. So that's how I'm basically dealing with it. I'm like, God, you have me in this position for a reason. I knew that before coming here. And a lot of my stuff, it be jokes. It don't be jokes, but it be jokes. It be for shits and giggles.
I do the same thing. I say the same thing in the parking lot on the way, and on the drive on the way to work in the morning. I'm like, God, I'm not complaining, because at one point I prayed for this exact thing. I wanted a 9 to 5 where I could just Monday through Friday, I can have some time after work. I have consistent money, and I got weekends off. I'm cool.
Right.
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought.
Because it's 30-minute weekends. Like they say on Instagram, it's 30-minute weekends for real.
It is, and that's what it's feeling like. But I'm feeling good. I'm having my little class event this weekend, so I'm excited about that.
Okay.
So I've been in high spirits. When something coming up, you kind of be in high spirits.
You excited for it. But get into when you edit this, I want you to get into the walk, bars by Coco. Okay.
You see it.
Me and Bubba did that. On the ones and the twos.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Recommended and paid for it.
Period.
Coco Style that did her one soon.
Yes.
And I'm not really a bob girl.
But it looks cute. It make you look so much grown up. It gives grown up.
That's what I've been reaching for. Maybe I just need to cut my hair.
I didn't say that.
Food for thought. Because I be ready to.
But no, I mean, no, don't cut your hair, because you got that hair. And I was reading about something. That's a topic for another day. But about your hair, not about your hair, but about hair types like yours, and about the humidity and what it is. I think I might have sent you the video or something.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it later. But I don't think you should cut your hair because you're probably not gonna enjoy, unless you're gonna perm your hair. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're gonna enjoy a bob and having a
when
flat
I do
iron
cut
and
it,
all that.
I always let it grow back. It ain't that I never maintain a cut. Like I have cut it. I've done like a bob on my real hair maybe twice in my life. But every time I just let it grow right back. I'm not let me go back for another cut, you know, because like you said, I don't wear it straight enough.
Yeah.
I just be needing to cut off some of that dead weight.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to do
That's
that.
what I do every now and then.
Unfortunately, I never been past a bob, so I don't have those problems.
Please.
Because my mama permed my hair.
Now, when you was 5 and you 32 with these same issues, please leave her out of this. Leave Miss Paula out of this. She ain't got nothing to do with this.
But yeah, let's get into it though. Let's get into it.
Okay, so y'all, for our first topic, for the tea topic, we're gonna spill that over into our main topic too, because it's very deep. It's very much something to look into. And I had a lot of opinions on it when I posted on it, because I do kind of like surf the web for you know, research and talk to different people about these things before we get on here and talk to y'all about them, just to kind of like see perspectives and you know, get a broader idea of where we at. So this week's like tea, well, I feel like it's been the last few weeks on TikTok has been like the Diana Rossification of the family. And I think if y'all don't know what that term stands for, and if y'all don't really know Diana Ross's family, it's basically just showing how over time she has showed dating outside of her race was okay, and her kids adapted those kind of mindsets. And now, none of her family really resembles what her family started. Like, if she was to bring up a picture of her siblings and her mom and what they look like in, you know, I don't even want to put no time on it. I want to say the 60s, but I don't want to put no time on it. Whatever her family looked like originally, her family doesn't look like now. And I think the reason she's the like token person for this because she does family pictures every year, and it's easy to see, you know, the progression. Oh, wow. So I wanted to pose the question: what's your stance on like interracial relationships as of your research?
So this has really, and I tell you this too,
and really just over your life, like how have you always been taught?
Okay, so as far as I can remember about even thinking about interracial relationships, I feel like I've always kind of had this stance. Not always. I've had this stance of you kind of like who you like. I had this idea like you like who you like. You can't help who you fall in love with. That was my perspective in 8th grade. I'm gonna say 8th grade because not that I had fell in love with anybody of the Caucasian race, but I fell in like. I liked the guy, and he was a white guy, and I thought he was cute. Like I really genuinely, I really was. What we say is colorblind. I was colorblind, and I felt like he was cute, and I could see myself dating him. I didn't know if I was gonna marry him in 8th grade, but I felt like he was cute. But I do have really vivid memories of my dad, like saying like certain things like don't bring a white man home, don't marry a white man, like none of my kids gonna marry, outside their race and stuff like that, black love like that. I seen black love through my mom and my dad. So, I guess over the years, my thought process has changed about interracial dating. And when I was thinking about this and trying to gather some notes about how do I feel about this, because sometimes you don't think about it because you don't feel it.
And that's a good thing because people do speak on things that they ain't even really thought through, and then you sit back and be like, I didn't even feel that way.
I really do, yeah.
I didn't feel that way.
But what I realized is a lot of my, I won't say hate because I don't think it ever got to that point, but like strong dislike for Caucasian people came from, I feel like what we have now seen so much of on social media, of how I can vividly see why my dad might have seen that in real life. Right. Why he's preaching that, why he felt the way that he felt, and like now I think that I have grown like a resentment towards like people. Like I might have never, like you say, when you have 2 babies, you don't see that at first. They don't see color for real, and like as you grow your life experiences, it shows you sides of people that you don't like, and then you label that group of people. So I feel like I have done it. I'll be honest and say that I have done that, and like just seeing like the shootings on the police brutality on black people, you know,
and we see
the
more
things
of it
that
these
they
days,
get, they get away with. Like, I feel like I have always just came to the conclusion, like, we're still in the times that we think that we're so far away from.
Right.
And it makes me realize that, like, I don't want to be with somebody that I can't gauge. So mine is not from, like, I don't like white people. I just don't have an idea of how they really feel. Like, I don't know how they really feel. And I don't see
that's
how
what
I feel.
always kept me in my race lane. Because I grew up in a small town where, and you know, I don't know if y'all know small towns, but in small towns, especially in Texas, it's a lot of interracial relationships. It's a lot of mixing up. So I mean, some of my best friends are white, or not white, but mixed. And my first like real boyfriend in high school had a white mama, and he was mixed. So, but he would identify as black, just like my best friend. So I feel like watching them grow up from our adolescence, my boyfriend always, like my high school boyfriend, always chased black girls. He had a white mama at home, always chased black girls. I've never seen him chase anything other than black girls. Now, when we went to college, he cheated on me with a white woman.
Really?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay. And so, do you think that, okay, with that being your experience, do you feel like you were in close proximity, like black women were more in close proximity to them, to where it wasn't that I only liked black women, but that was the option that I had, type of thing.
Especially because our school was predominantly black, and when he went to college, he went to a PWI, and I went to HBCU. In his mind of mine, he already knew I went to HBCU, was finna get live, she finna have other niggas, so maybe that's why he really went and did that, like. Because I don't know if he was really attracted to white women, but maybe I don't know him
and
really. Maybe I was learning something new about what his preference.
And I think too, and I don't know if this to be true, okay, but I feel like they have an idea of, yes, I will sleep with a white woman and I will sleep with a black woman and I will be with a black woman, but longevity, legacy wise, I'm gonna be with a white woman.
Well, he eventually started having babies with a black girl.
Okay.
So he blacked up his family.
Okay.
But that's what I was gonna go to say, because I think I feel for biracial people, but like Dr. Umar said, once they identify what they identify, that's what they like. If you identify as black, that's what you are. But I do understand that they feel like I'm both, so why can't I try both? You know, I'll see which one gonna work out best for me. Like, you know,
that makes sense.
It ain't that I ain't one or the other. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So it's the damage is already done before you even started it. Your family started it. Somebody ahead of you started it. So I mean, it's one thing if you're conscious enough and want to bring it back. You know, that's a different thing. And you really in the power. Like, you identify as black, you stand on black business, you blackity black. Like, you can bring it back. But I've watched some people let it go by the wayside.
Yeah.
Like my best friend, she brought it back, you know. Her mama white. She had a baby with a black man, so her baby, he still look a little light skinned and mixy, but I have a feeling if he's dating black girls and he goes off and his kids is gonna look like black. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna cancel it out. And like, you know, like Dr. Umar say, like, we are the dominant
trait.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Black. Once you black, you black. Once you mix you with black, you black.
Yes.
It ain't really like, oh, I'm this,
I
I'm
don't
this.
know though, because I'm telling you, if white could wash in quick, I'm talking two sets quick, and not even just white, because I have a family member, ex-family member. I'll say
Ex-family
member. I'm in that era of my life right now. I used to not do that shit, but it's very much so necessary.
Not you, not my family no more. Okay.
Ex, cut off. I don't need it. But they that date Latino people and have Latino kids now, like they stay in a little Latino town, so I'm sure their kids are dating around with other Latino. Like, they finna knock us off the map. They're not gonna recognize my great grandma in a little while, because my great grandma black. I mean, look like a slave. Right. She black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So even a lot of people made some good points on my post. Like, one dude was like, just pay attention to how black people look in America today. We don't look like Africans from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is a thing because I feel like we are, and it seems like it's always us. I hate that it's always us trying to be the accepting one. Let's include everybody. Let's be diverse. And some it's like we ain't never needed that.
Well,
we needed y'all help building this motherfucker, but we ain't never needed that.
Yeah, we never needed to be, need them. We should have never got to a place where we needed them. We needed them. And the reason I say this is because, too, I thought about, like, is it me that is racist to feel that I feel like black people should be for black people, white people should be for white people? Well, I don't even want to say what white people should do. I was about to say...
I would say prejudice before anything.
But, okay, so... I say that because
neither.
No, but yeah, and I thought about it, and when I thought about what racism is, it can't be racism because it's not. We're not keeping anything. We're not keeping any resources, any opportunities. We're not using
hatred,
our color to take
it's
them.
Not anything like
to
that.
take
It's
away
like
from them.
it's more so like how the Indian culture, like how people, always saying that, and it's crazy. They don't get no flack for this.
But they don't.
Their parents will beat you down if you don't
disown
marry
you,
outside your
unfamily
race.
you,
You know
for
what I
real.
mean? Like, don't date outside your race. Don't marry outside your race. So I don't understand why that's looked down upon. Like black people act like, we need to explore
everybody. Yeah, and I think too. Like, with the whole racism thing, I don't think it's racism because, like Dr. Umar says too, we can't be racist. Black people can't be racist because we don't have nothing that they need. Like, they can live without us. We, on the other hand, we can't live without them. So
we are not in control.
So we can't be racist.
We are playing on the
what would
defense.
what would we do? Be like, hey, you can't do what could. We don't have anything. We don't own anything.
They're rapping. They're
right.
everything. Doing box braids.
We don't.
Girls in the salon whiter than my toes right now and braiding hair. So I don't.
So do you think it's a condition? Do you think it's like a programming or a conditioning that takes place for either or, like for black men to want white women or black women to want white men? Do you think it's like something conditioned, like in like the way you grow up, like to make you want that, to make you desire that?
I think it's two reasons.
Or not desire that.
Or a couple reasons. I would say one, your family not pouring into you, like telling you don't know your worth. Mm-hmm. I did a wedding for this girl, Mimi, and I talk about her all the time, how they family. Everybody in the room, when her daughter walked in the room, everybody, oh my God, you is the prettiest girl in the room, that dress, let me see you spin. And you can tell she used to this because she's spinning, she twirling, they are pouring into her, everybody saying nice things. Right. And when her little brother walked in, everybody, oh, you so handsome, everybody is, and even to each other, adults. Right. They're like, speaking life into each other, like, the conversations that we say, black families really don't say, like,
give compliments.
Compliments, heartfelt things. Yeah. They in it.
Right.
They was in there. And I was like, y'all are a breath of fresh air around here. Like, I love seeing this because everybody is, the aunties helping with the kids, everybody's helping, everybody, but we don't have that. We don't do that.
We don't have enough of that. I'm not gonna say
we don't have enough of it. We don't have enough of it. So they don't see that love in their house. That's one major reason. Another reason is it's just in our DNA. Some of our ancestors weren't the fighters, the runners, the opposers. Some of them were the yes masters. I think highly of him. He know better than me.
Right. The superiority.
He is. Yes, we really should follow this. They got a point. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we is bad, maybe we is stupid, whatever. That trickle down. Mm-hmm. That trickle down. And it's just some of them that just praise them. That they think they're good. They think they're gonna lead them to better opportunity. They think they're gonna lead them to a better life, cuter kids.
Yeah.
They like the aesthetic.
Right. The mix.
The mix aesthetic.
The good hair.
And don't say that's just women that like that. Men like that too.
What?
They act like it's just women that be out there.
No, it's women and men. But I know a lady that disowned her grandchildren behind not having this look. Like, I don't fool with them. I don't fool with that part. I don't fool with them, like type of thing. But okay, so do you think that?
That's crazy.
We already talked about this part. The parents, you feel like they can influence on the you have your preference of who you date and who you marry, because like we said, the Indian culture, they do it. Mm-hmm. They
enforce it.
I know a guy actually just recently on social media, he killed himself because he was Indian and his girlfriend got pregnant. And it wasn't even the fact that I don't think she wasn't Indian. I think because she got pregnant and that was
they wasn't married.
Married, yeah. And so he killed himself and her. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I thought you were just gonna say he killed himself because he
killed both of them. Yeah, he killed him and himself and the girl. But I said that to say
he wasn't even finna let that live on.
No, he wasn't gonna face his parents. And I think she was almost due or something. And I guess she probably was pressuring him like, we have to say something like that. But do you think that it's important, because if we're saying that black people should marry black people, do you think that it's important as parents to put that belief upon their children? Like like the Indian culture, should we as black parents say this is the standard, this is what you need to do?
Absolutely.
And if that's the case, what are the reasoning behind why we're saying this? And I know it don't have to be a reason, but what are some good reason behind, like, this is the standard, this is why this is the standard?
I think one very good reason is to just keep up the tradition, and just to keep up black love, black business, grow black families, keep the black population growing. Like, try to keep a tradition. They do that out of tradition. They do that because that's in their culture. That's what their culture is known for. Right. If our culture implemented shit like that and really told our kids that from day one, like my auntie really told me that from day one. I really did not understand what she meant by that at first, but I was like, shit, she said that I ain't gonna, she really stand on business. Like, she ain't really never steered me wrong, so I'm not gonna go against it. So I never even really second guessed it. I mean, I thought white boys was cute, but I always thought, like, is he gonna think I'm cute? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, or even if you do think I'm cute, and does it go past what all men want? Some sex. So like,
because you can have
is you gonna disrespect me after you get the coochie? I'm not gonna be a black bitch now. Yeah. Is it gonna be real hostile? Like, so I don't even wanna. I don't even want to leave that door open. You know how
you don't want to have those
leaving them doors open for opportunities like that. I don't want to leave that door open.
And I think it boils down for me. It's not even about like necessarily like a race part of it. It's like really the fact that a legacy part of it, like like what do you want to have, like moving forward? Like you said, you want that.
Like our great brother Dr. Umar say, you gonna give your money back to them eventually. Like, that's what Diana Ross doing. Yeah. All the money she's made, and probably off the backs of us, because we the ones who put you there. Yeah. You done turned around, and now everybody in your family, I bet you got trust funds on. Bless you. Thank you. On all these kids. And they got trust funds on all their kids. All that money is going back to the white community. Like, going back to the same people that could walk in a bank and get a loan. Right. If they wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the same.
And with it growing like it's growing in her family particularly, it'll be a point to where it won't be our money at all. Yeah. It just don't be.
It looks like it came from them. It looks like they all made it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And regardless, she gonna be the, if your family go broke, y'all really trash. Like, if from some stuff like that, if you go broke, I mean, regardless if she not here no more, y'all go broke after that, you really trash. So if y'all keep that legacy, keep building businesses under the money umbrella that she started, it's never gonna look like it came from her. It's not. It's gonna look like, these wealthy white Rosses. These
Rosses are, because she has what, sons or daughters? I mean daughters.
Both. One of her daughters is the only one who has black kids. What's her name from Girlfriends? She ain't got no kids, and her sons have white kids. White. Wow. Yeah, I think she has 2 sons that have white kids.
And their last name is Ross.
All of them Ross.
Okay.
So the Rosses is gonna be. So the last name is what really made me think of it. Like, somebody told me that their great grandfather was white. I said, well, damn, he must not cared about blackwashing his family because I know y'all took over quick. He was like, yeah, it really ain't no light skinned people in my family. Everybody look like me now, like.
Really?
But it's the last name because that last name used to be white. Edward, you could have been Edwards or whatever it is. Now it's all black. Now it's Edward,
Black people.
Like,
yeah.
So it's weird. That's what really made me catch on to it.
I will say this. I think that the ultimate decision on who to marry, I'll say marry, because relationships can come and go. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to pick first, not by race. I think you need to first pick, is this person a godly person? Is this person, the morals, do they have the same morals as me? Do they have the same beliefs as me? Do they have the same, just, do we want the same thing for our legacy? Do we want the same, those type of things?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl T.
And your girl Coco.
And are you looking for some brand exposure? Do you have a business that you're trying to put in front of a new audience? Because look, right now we are giving out free commercials. Free. Oprah style, baby.
Yes, and you get one.
Period. We putting it out there. And we building our brand and we trying to help you build your brand.
Yes. So if you have a small business, large business, medium-sized business, whatever kind of business you might have, let us know. Get in our inbox, email us, and let us know how we can help you grow your business and see some success this year.
Yes.
These slots are only free for a limited amount of time. We're going to give you the first 4 weeks of the month free. You get to see how we expose you, how many people come on behalf of Cup Conversation, and then you get to decide, is it worth it? So this is a deal of a lifetime if you ask me. As a business owner myself, if somebody gave me this opportunity, I would definitely do it. We have views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, and
and
just get out there.
As well as the podcast platforms.
Yes.
So tap in with your girls.
Very much so. Get them commercials while they last. Deuces.
And like most importantly, are they a godly person?
Right.
And then follow with race and all that, and your preference. But I think when your beliefs and your morals and your thought process is kind of like not the same, but they have some similarities, it's gonna be hard to be with somebody, that's white when you really think about it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people that date white people don't really think deep like we thinking into it. Like,
and I don't think they have hard conversations.
They're not thinking they erasing their legacy. They're not thinking that they, none of their grandkids gonna look like, what I mean? If this keeps on happening, your kids do what you do, your grandkids will never look like your mama and them.
Right.
They don't think about things like that, and I think that's the sad part about it, because as humans, every race, we need to be looking deeper into why we doing some of the shit we doing, even outside of relationships. Just why are you doing it? If you can't give me more reasons why you like this woman, if she a great white woman, hey, by all means, that is what it is. But if you aren't even putting forth the effort to try to find a great black woman, I just feel like that's a little, you just dropping the ball.
I also feel like because we already slighted on having families, whole families. We already up against a race with that. Not a race, but like just trying to keep up with us having our kids having a dad and a mom in the household. Like that's the norm for them. Like for a little black boy, and a lot of times, a lot of these people, and especially like celebrities, I feel like they get with black women because that's who they genuinely love and they like, and then they get maybe successful and they go after women that they feel like they
couldn't get without money.
And I feel like that's like the Kevin Hart effect. I feel like that lady would have never looked his way.
No.
Had he not had any money before he
I
had
already
money.
know. I believe that same thing. It just kills me that she's taller than him.
Because it don't even matter. I feel like it don't matter about
none of it makes sense. Like none of it makes sense. She looked like she'll be dealing with a football player or something. Like But really, she like she'll deal with whoever making the bag, you know. So.
And that's what that his relationship gives, because I don't know what it is about them, but every time I see them like together interacting, I always kind of get a little cringy. I be like, you know.
Yeah, it don't. I mean, it's the fact that she's taller than me every time. It's like, this just don't make sense. You did really not walk up to this man one day and was like, I really like this little ass nigga.
Yeah.
Like, no, you did not. I don't care.
And I feel so bad. Not feel bad for his wife, but I just feel like it just sucks to be done like that by our black men. And that's what makes it so much better, because I feel like they already have a superior mindset. That's like the same mindset.
They know that they're going to be in a
us.
successful kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's like the same mindset that's in the bad mindset that we have as black people that's indoctrinating us. I feel like they have a superiority mindset. And I feel like when they display how they treat us in front of them, it's like really heartbreaking, because it's like they already had this mindset.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
My friend made a good point today. My best friend made a good point today. One day we were walking in Memorial Park, and like, it's crazy how it happened back to back. We seen a white woman with a black man. He didn't speak. And then we seen a black couple, all black couple. They spoke, and he said something after that. He was like, notice every time they with another race, they feel like they can't speak to us because they feel like they don't want to speak to us in front of them. Like, they don't want to, you know how like black people get that when you see us black people kind of, they like that. What's up? You know, like, and that's how the black couple gave us. Yeah, that's how the black couple gave us. But them other people, and then after he said that, we seen another couple, like, I think it was a black woman with a white man. She ain't speak. And I was just like, damn, we in the proximity of speaking. You know what I mean? Like, at least, hey, how you doing? You make eye contact too.
It kind of feeds into the person, it feeds into what Dr. Umar said about like the low self-esteem. Like,
you think that make you better?
Yeah.
You think they make you better?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that he pointed out a good point. Now, at first, I was like, you reaching, but I was like, nah, he ain't reaching at all. I'm peeping now. I'm seeing, it's them black couples that's warm, like, oh, what's up, brother? What's up? You know, we give each other that, you know.
Yeah.
Girls might get, hey, the dress is cute. I like your hair, or whatever. It's something, you know. But they was not even trying to make eye contact, just on some.
Like, cause you a black.
Yeah.
I'm not a black. Like, it's
I'm black, but I can get led in certain places, you know.
Yeah, right.
Type thing.
Based on who I'm with.
Girl, kind of like how that motherfucking girl on TikTok is picking cotton right now. Please tell me you seen that.
No. What? Picking cotton?
Picking cotton, and she has a white husband. She is such a disgrace to our community. Like, Dr.
It's
Umar,
for clicks.
No, she says this is her way of life. This is how she likes to make dresses. She make her own fabric. They live like on a farm or something. I went through her page a little bit, but it pissed me off so much I had to get her off of that. Like,
what?
Dr. Umar even, I don't know if it was Dr. Umar. Somebody else spoke on her. It was like, we can't be cooning around like that. We can't be doing that for the master. Like, she talking about some come pick cotton on me, and then she made like a little joke in there too. Like, I guess it's just in my DNA. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me.
What? That's not funny.
No.
At all.
No, not with a white husband. It ain't. It damn sure ain't funny with a white husband.
It's not. It's really sad though. What I think about it is, I feel so sad because I wish it really was like a color, like no color. Like, I wish we would have never went through slavery and stuff like that, because my heart naturally, if I know somebody that's a good person, they're a good person.
Yeah.
The thing with me with white people, I don't know what it is, because
it's a defense.
What would it be called? But what would it be called, like, if it's like almost kind of like an insecurity type of thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like, no matter how much it's like a white person, because shout out to white people. and I'm saying that because I'm really trying to wrap my mind around it, because, like, for real, the white women that I know that Kari went to school with, I love them. Like, they were good to us. Like, they really were. Like, they were sweet people. My daughter loved them. Like, she talk about them all the time still. Like, really love them. My thing is, like, I feel like they doing it, not them particularly, not them. But like I feel like sometimes when white people are really nice to us and generous, I feel like it's almost like a guilt, like a it like
a guilty conscience.
like a guilty conscience, or like
we
I'm
say
doing this to
DNA.
save my image type of thing because what's already been done.
Yeah,
it could be a guilty
the
conscience.
prejudged conceived notion. I already know what you're gonna think about me. Just kind of how we feel the same with them.
Right.
Like I already know you're gonna think I'm ghetto, so let me kind of perk myself up a little bit. Let me kind of talk with some more demure.
Like how do you feel? How do you feel about me? Like when you sitting in your living room on the couch, like what you and your husband be saying?
Yeah.
Like it make me think about that. Like no matter how nice you are to me, I always just think like what you be talking about for real? Like
And I hate that I have to have that mindset.
It could be
I
nothing.
hate that pops up in my thought
I know.
process.
That's what I hate. I wish they just would have never done that to us, so we could all be cool by y'all.
And it really ain't have to be this way, y'all. It really didn't.
And it really doesn't have to.
Didn't have to
And
be this way.
really, to be honest, I really blame us.
I don't.
Let me say what I gotta say though before
ahead.
you say this. The reason I blame us because I feel like as far as we are or not from slavery, I feel like we as black people have not done anything to put ourselves in a position of power to where it was a respect factor, to where the mindset wouldn't have to be that. You get what I'm saying?
We don't have that option though.
I know
we had it. They burned it down.
I know that, but I feel like okay. I feel like we have come to a comfortability type of space.
Yeah.
Like
we're okay with what they gave us.
Yeah, we're okay with that, and I feel like that's our downfall. I feel like our comfortability is our downfall. Like for instance, when I was listening to something and they were basically saying we complain about not having X, Y, and Z, but when they did like numbers on the things that we spend our money on, like
$30
billion goes into Koreans' hands from us just going to the beauty supply. 30 billion. If one of us, and that's been for the past 30 years, if one of us decided to just not go to the beauty supply, we probably could fund X, Y, and Z. Like I think that we got so used to it just being that's our only option. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our comfortability is our downfall.
Enough. Like we don't believe in ourselves.
Or we do believe in ourselves because like I feel like it ain't that we don't believe, it's just that we just comfortable where we at. Like we have an individualistic mindset. I think that's what it is. I think our individualistic mindset has got us where we are. I feel like we stopped being a whole black people, and it's like, well, I got money over here.
Yeah, because remember the Wall Street, we all building stuff up together. And I was going to ask, what kind of detriment do you think this kind of mindset is doing to our community? Because I think it's setting us back.
Yeah.
It's making us feel like, we do need them, just as if we are still in slaves.
Right.
No, we don't. Y'all, we can commune together. I've been thinking about, and I'm going to just go ahead and say this out here on the show, but I've been thinking about like trying to get some black people together in this community so we can all see who the fuck we finna vote for. Collectively. Not just the president. I'm talking about everything. Everything. Because after I get done voting for the president, I'll be in that whole like,
I don't know how this will work, but I know I hear Dr. Umar talk about it all together. Like,
and get y'all vote together.
Not even getting our vote together, but just making a difference where it hurts them. And it to be really probably like just saying not voting though.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Not voting.
I'm telling you.
I'm not advocating for us not to vote, but what I'm saying is, and I gotta be able to articulate it how he articulated, but basically not intervening on things that cannot help us.
Yeah, but we're not going
in a strategic way. I
get what you mean. I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But we've already had this big divide in the black community for so long. Do we want to stay segregated or do we want to do our own thing and get together and do everything with them? And so we're gonna have that same divide. Are we gonna vote and try to push forward and do what we need to do, or we not gonna vote and try to do this sit out and it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Well, it has to start somewhere. So what I'll say
our
is,
vote gonna be useless if we split up like that.
Yeah, I don't think we should split up. But what I do think is, I think that's what I mean by we have to do it strategically. Because, for instance, if we set out and said we're not gonna do X, Y, and Z, we're not gonna buy Jordans, we're not gonna spend our money crazy buying all this designer, buying all this stuff.
But all that ain't voting.
No, but let me listen though. I'm saying if we made a decision to, because at the end of the day, America runs on money. Mm-hmm. If we made better money decision as a whole, if we can all come together and say we're not doing this, we're not doing that, we're not doing, if we hit them where it really matters, mm-hmm. I think they would have to pay attention to what we need and what we want for voting to even matter. You get what I'm saying? It would.
Yes,
they would
know because.
So it's almost like this. For example, if you needed,
what
say
we
if you
skip
needed,
out on that we.
If say for instance, if you needed water to live, right, and I said, I'm the person that gotta go to the jobs and make the water come out. And if I say I'm not going to the jobs, I'm not going to make. Okay, what do you need me to do for you to come back over here?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
right.
what I'm saying is not that we shouldn't vote, but what I'm saying is.
Well, what do we have leverage? That's what we need to.
That's why I feel like the money. We spend the most money. We are keeping the economy going. We are the spenders in the economy.
Because you know it don't. I told y'all the statistic. If y'all don't see, I'll probably pull up a clip earlier in the year. I told y'all the statistic about how the dollar.
Hey everybody, it's your girl T.
And your girl Coco.
And make sure you are following Roots, Juice, and Herbs for all your wellness, beauty, and juicing tips.
Yes, it's time to get our bodies right. It's time to get our skin right. And it's time to get ourselves right as a whole. So make sure you follow Roots, Juice, and Herbs on Instagram.
It don't stay in our community, so we is spending it.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have to strategically say this is our leverage that we have on them. Mm-hmm. It is something. It might not be a lot, but we have something, and we say, even if it's down to us saying, well, we can't. What if we gonna? How we gonna not spend money? We gotta buy food. We gotta buy. Even it's down to us collectively saying that, and this is also why we saying that it has to be black marriages, black
business, black
because
families.
when we get ready to do stuff like this, it has to work like, okay, I'm
yes,
a black woman,
yes. I'm supporting my man. Like, just like when I was just on TikTok doing this research, and I guess I've just been looking up a lot of black stuff. Mm-hmm. So I seen them asking white people in like the 70s on like the news interview, asking them how they felt about civil rights and segregation, and people coming together or whatever. And the white woman was with her white husband, and he said, I don't know how this gonna work. I hope we don't never have to say next door to no black people. And they asked her how she said, yeah, I agree. You have to have that in a household.
Yeah, and that was
for that to be a strong lead.
Was I feel like we as black people have to get back to valuing each other, men and women.
Yep.
When men valuing the women for what we are, and the women valuing the men for what they are, and then we can move forward with that. But if we at odds with the women, men don't need no men, we don't need no woman. Woman ain't shit. All they want is your money.
Yeah.
Nobody else talks about these things. Like,
right.
White men know that my wife wants a Birkin. My wife wants, like, it's almost crazy because I see videos all the time, like, happy wife, like, they have this idea of that is what I'm doing.
It's so fucked up in our community. And this is the last thing I'm going to leave y'all with, because this is the last story. But I just talked to one of my classmates, and it's really fucked up in our community, because he put something on his story like, my coworker, he was giving a scenario. My coworker been talking to this girl for like 2-3 weeks, and he was going to the mall, and she asked if she could tag along. He let her tag along, but now she in the mall giving puppy eyes because he ain't buy her nothing. And he was like, was he wrong for not buying her nothing? I said, she wrong, one, for asking to tag along, number one. Yeah. Number two, y'all been talking for a few weeks. You can't get the bitch a $30 pair of sandals out of Aldo. You can't. I ain't say you gotta buy a Chanel bag. You can't get on lunch, dinner that night. Y'all can't go to the y'all can't do. Yeah, y'all can't stop at the movies or nothing. Like you gonna go to that shop for yourself. That's what I was telling him, and he was like, that don't work with women. Well, spending your money on them, because every time if you spend your money on them, then you just gotta keep on spending. I'm like, at this we going on 30, bro. At this age, after you text me for a week, what you doing? What else do you think we supposed to do?
So, I don't want this to be a negative type of
What else do you
conversation.
think we're supposed to do?
But I really want, because now I'm really not even thinking about the interracial thing. I do support black love.
Damn, we fucked up with that because we ended up how black men don't know how to date.
Yeah, like that's why I say I don't want it to even be about that, because
Yeah.
I really want it to be more so like, what is it that we really have to do? Like, what is the just, like, basically, you know how people been going on ChatGPT talk about their dream life, if they do a dream life. Can we ask ChatGPT, like, what is the strategic plan that black people have to follow, the blueprint that black people have to follow in order to get from under racism and being behind, being at the bottom of the totem pole?
Yeah.
Like, what is that blueprint? Because it was a blueprint to get us here. And so it gotta be.
I think it's what you said,
blueprint.
the capitalism, the money. We gotta learn how to spend that back with each other.
And so I want to challenge y'all, like this, because it's really plaguing me now that I'm saying this, because I hate that, I really do hate that we have to feel a way about other races because of their advancement upon us. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is about them. Because I would rather it not be that way.
Yeah.
Because I know, now for the bigots of the world, I
They
ain't
just
talking
gonna
about
be
y'all.
them. Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
gonna be there. But I know that there are some really good Caucasian people. You know what I'm saying?
It's just really good people in the world.
Even I feel like, you know how we sitting here having this conversation, I feel like there are some people that have been born into their situation. Like, we were born into ours, and they really want to like think about black people like they think about
They want to break it. They want to get out of that.
But they don't know how.
mindset.
Just like we don't know how to get out of what we in, or we not making the steps to get out of it.
Because just like we said in that one episode where I can't even remember who was here, but at the end of the day, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go against your side? Like, are you gonna
never
and never?
My loyalty.
But it should be a time. It shouldn't come to that. It should be where we can coexist. We ain't gotta marry each other to share crops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I don't think the black people found the thin line in that when we were trying to do the whole integration, Civil War shit. I mean, civil rights stuff. Y'all didn't find the thin line. Y'all wanted to move in their neighborhoods. Y'all wanted to get where they get.
Because when you think about it,
we should have stayed in our goddamn neighborhoods.
Exactly. When you become a dentist, when you become a lawyer, where do they go? They don't be in the hood with the boys.
Exactly.
They don't got no daddy. They got, you know what I'm saying? They mama straight. It ain't nobody to look up to. So like, and I hate to keep on saying what Dr. Umar said, but like he said, it's very true. Like, men, and I don't want to put the blame on all men, but as a leader, it starts with y'all, because even if you're a good dad individually, who are you reaching back for? And I feel like that's the part we're not doing anymore. We don't have to reach back anymore.
It's like the black, just how I said, why we couldn't keep our neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods are the ones you're trying to get up out of, because it's poverty, it's this, is that. You trying to
Instead of building it up.
Instead of building it up, instead of making
taking
the
your
houses,
lawyer money and
making
getting
the
us some
houses
sidewalks. Just
exactly.
give us some sidewalks. You ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta build no houses.
Really, you can buy a couple houses. Yeah, you do. You can buy a couple.
No, I'm saying
you make yourself money, but like, you know,
we're not putting all the responsibility on one person. What I'm saying is, because you know, I don't got all, I can't do it all. I get that, but it's something that you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can.
Show up for your people. That's what you can do.
You know what I'm saying? Do something. And so I feel like it's something that can be done, but I do want to open the floor for this conversation, because I feel like if we can all, like you said, figure out who we're going to vote for, that's a big thing right now. But really get the blueprint to like, what is the moves that we need to be making on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Okay, this week, y'all, we not doing this. This week, y'all, we not doing this. This week, we going to take this. This week, we going to put our money here. Like, I think we need a real plan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's something that is obtainable if we all just, I know y'all know a lot of black people. I know we all know a lot of black people. We call it Black Twitter. We can make a message go across the world.
Everything.
We make
have
all kind of messages go across
at the same time. We have everything but nothing, y'all. That is crazy.
Have control over the most diabolical, widespread
hip
hop with social media. We taking it
and when he said, what has hip hop done in 50 years, and we couldn't really talk about it, I kind of felt the way.
Yeah, we're not building up. I mean, they probably some of the most paid artists in the world.
Yeah, I kind of felt the way.
And don't do too much for it.
Yeah, I felt the way about that.
But that's another conversation we'll have another day for sure, because hip hop is kind of, I don't know. We see this Kendrick Lamar stuff. He trying to have a more woke light on things. So that's another topic for another day, yeah.
Yes. I think my confirmation gonna be, and we're gonna wrap this thing up, is this is your confirmation to make sure the things, because I think it's gonna happen, even though we talk about individualism not being a thing, I think it's gonna happen that way. I think that this is your confirmation to make decisions to better not only yourself, but your culture.
Right.
And
not even just your family.
Not even just your family. Like the decisions that we make on a daily basis, how could this individual decision become a cultural decision?
Right.
And everything not gonna always work like that, but when you can make it work.
Yeah, be mindful.
Yeah,
be very mindful. Like just think about it. Put it in your thought process.
Even with me, like I've been thinking about not working and stuff like that, how I'm gonna go back to homeschooling Kari and stuff like that. I loved her homeschool to death with her co-op that she was in, her micro school that she was in to death. But I also I've been thinking heavily, like, how can I cultivate this for our community? My daughter was the only black kid in that.
Our community,
yes. In that school, and I feel like it's more black moms that want to do this, but they don't know how. They can't. They might not have the money to be able to do it. So how can I bring this to my community?
That's probably trying to get it, like you said, trying to get it together. Don't know how to do it. Don't have the right people in their corner.
Yeah.
You just never know. Like, we got to start talking in conversations, and that's why y'all are here, so we can fill up y'all cup.
Yeah.
We can have these conversations worth it. But yeah, so hopefully y'all got, y'all cups filled. Hopefully we said some things tonight that's going to stick with you.
Or trigger you to think about some stuff.
Yes, very much so. Make sure y'all are liking, sharing with a friend.
Leave us some
tell
comments.
A friend to tell a friend. Yes, let's really get into it, because I want y'all feedback. I want to know.
And why y'all don't be commenting on nothing? It be making me feel some type of way. Y'all don't be commenting on nothing. Y'all be seeing everything. You see y'all in person. Y'all be having so much to say. But then when we post up on social media, y'all don't comment on it.
And then y'all be in the DMs too. Y'all be in the DMs too. Don't DM it. Comment it.
Comment.
So everybody can see it.
So everybody can see it. Like, we want to
y'all ain't talking about nothing that ain't private.
It ain't private. Yeah. Y'all don't want it's giving y'all don't want people to know y'all really. It's who it is.
That's what it is. We're hot girls coming through.
Right. Give us our due, like, props. Like, come on, y'all. Like, really. And that's another thing. Like, as a black community, we know that people making these monies. We know that people are making money on these apps. But y'all won't even, like, y'all know comments trigger certain stuff. Y'all know likes, shares.
I'm telling you, I go through like people.
Even if you don't like what we talking about, like, we all trying to get somewhere. Like, if we could just have that mindset, like, oh, we all trying to get somewhere. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't even care. Like, I'm going to say it because I know that's
they consistent. I see them all the time. They, they're black. Like, they doing their shit. Let me post it. Let me save it.
Everybody get a check.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, so, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that
we need to work on.
We gotta do better.
Come here so we can talk about it. We all come here next week, same time.
Let's talk about it. If you feel like we said something that was wrong, you feel like we said something that you did not agree with, that you had a better idea on, then get in our comments and let us know. Like, hey, now y'all said X, Y, and Z, but I feel like we need to talk about this a little different. We can do it.
We will do it.
All right.
I want to see y'all next time, same time.
Bye.
Deuces.